Hey guys, this is Two Dudes Do Tech, and we're really excited about this one. We can't really contain ourselves because this is something that we both wanted to see for a long time. We finally got our hands on one. We did, in fact, make sure that it is what it says it is, because the eBay listing was suspiciously a little too good to be true, and we both had our suspicions. I won't lie, but we made the jump on it. Got it for less than $2,000, which was the cheapest eBay listing was what, $1,000? Or like
the
over that.
One was 900 other than this one and the other one.
So, you ready to open? So, I know it's probably a little difficult for you guys to see, but it comes plenty packaged in foam. And how do we want to get this off here? Look at that. Oh my god, does this guy actually have all the original stuff for it? What are these? Oh, yeah, it's zip ties. Oh look, it even comes with a EVGA sticker.
Oh shit.
Oh, he really had all the original stuff.
Radiator. So there's a little bit of damage on the radiator, but
Nothing
They
that
should
should.
definitely straighten that out. I've had to straighten a couple of mine out.
I don't even
That's
need
not
to. Ooh. So, if you guys don't know about Kingpin, you should, first of all. Second of all, it was an EVGA, I want to say like a second hand of EVGA that was built for major overclocking, right?
Also, I think this thing is bigger than
Yeah, I think it is. Let's get in deep here. So that's the card. And my god. Yeah, you weren't kidding. This thing actually is bigger than I thought it was. I'm gonna go ahead and gamble and say that's probably as big as the 4080 Super, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so this card's definitely bigger than what we thought. But in the box, I'm not sure if this comes with everything that came in the box, but we have the little, it does, doesn't it? We got some zip ties. This notice says recommends that it be installed above the graphics card, which is good because that's how it's going to be installed. And an OC guide, some zip ties, screws, and probe cable. Oh, hey, that might be that temperature cable you wanted.
Yeah.
And then a sticker. So,
Also,
Garrison's getting that.
I absolutely have to point out, because it's driving me fucking nuts already.
What?
The screws on this fan, these fans don't match at all, and it's missing one.
That's okay. They'll be replaced with
Oh, I
different fans.
Oh, I know.
That, look at that. Well, as long as the tubing's not fucking annihilated, which it looks okay. If we turn this thing on and it leaks everywhere, somebody might be dying. He's having a heart.
I'm just gonna end up pushing that motherfucker down and destroying it. Okay.
Good. So, obviously, to put that in, first we have to pull out the 4080 Super, which is going to Garrison. And we have to take off this dreadful connector. Garrison hates it a lot more than I do, but I also dread this connector. That was why I didn't buy one at first. But let's get this pulled out. And in the process, we'll try not to break it, of course. Me and Garrison had a little chat just like 5 seconds ago. And the funny thing we realized is you know what? We're making videos to get points across and to show us messing with stuff. We don't care if people like it, because right now I'm currently pulling a $1,300 graphics card out of my computer, and feeling smug while I do it. You know, the one thing I hate about this board is I have to get a screwdriver in there to unclick that every single time. So here's a ye old 4080 Super. This is probably my favorite graphics card I've ever owned. I gotta be honest. This thing overclocks great, runs cool as shit, and it's not massive. Like, I mean, look at that. I feel like that's pretty standard compared to a lot of the GPUs around. So all we gotta do is take these connectors off here now because we don't need that adapter anymore. And yeah, we'll remove the fans and we'll get this sucker in there. So the cool thing about me and Garrison is we can work as a team substantially. And he's currently, so we got the radiator mounted here for the 3090. Now we're just figuring out the cables, which have to go on the side. We figured out everything else. We still got to get rid of this cable because I'm not going to end up using it. But yeah, so we flipped my cooler around, which needed to happen. Got the radiator mounted. And boy, Garrison, on a scale of 1 to AIDS, how AIDS would you say this was?
Honestly, because there wasn't any actual trouble other than just fucking general annoyance, I would say it wasn't actually that bad.
It really wasn't, but getting that AIO and everything, like getting prepped for it.
Having to do it twice was kind of gay.
Yeah, that was a little annoying. Me and Garrison just made the most badass discovery. Not that I would ever need to, but I would do it anyways. But if I ever find a second one of these, you can just pull this NVLink connector off. Look at that. Now, I would never do that in this case. Because, yeah, but still, that's pretty cool. So, we got it finished, thank God. Didn't take us nearly as long as we thought, but there she is. Garrison ran these cables in about the prettiest way you could. And we flipped the CPU cooler. Did I screw those all the way in? We'll check that in a second. And yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty okay. This Kingpin card, a lot bigger than what we thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be smaller than the 4080 Super, but actually, hey Garrison, could you hand me the 4080 Super? We haven't put it in yet, so we actually still have it sitting here. And they're about the same size. That's isn't that something? All right, so after getting everything plugged in, we're gonna power it on and flip the switch on my power supply. I got everything plugged in. It's all plugged into the monitor. You ready? Oh yeah, she went right to game mode. Oh, it would appear I forgot to plug in my back fan.
Oopsie poopsie.
That is an oopsie poopsie. Look at that, it immediately popped up and said the GPU die temp. It won't show a fan RPM because we're not using the splitter, but that's a nifty little thing there. So now that we got all the fans plugged in, everything's running. You guys can see I got double stacks here on the radiator fans, so we keep that 12900 KS nice and cool. And we're right in Windows, pretty much right away, actually. So that's nice. Hell yeah. Oh, that's so sexy. So Garrison has now taken out the absolute unit that is a Red Devil 7900 XTX and put in the 4080 Super, which, you know what, actually looks pretty nice in there, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think I might end up seeing if it likes being hung from the ceiling, but that also means I would have to swap my fans around another 100 fucking times to make sure that that's still optimal.
I mean, it looks, boy, it sure is smaller.
Yes,
It sure is smaller. You guys are currently witnessing the first test ran on the, holy shit. 470. Oh my God. Look at that. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. So, this is absolute insanity. You guys can see the board power there. Look at that GPU die temp, 45 degrees Celsius at 470 watts. I mean, that is just diabolically low. 47C. I mean, that is just insanity. That's not even with the fans maxed out. I mean, they're running pretty low right now. These are 3,200 RPM fans. Yeah, the Arctic P12 Maxes. They ain't even maxed out. So, we got the 3090 Kingpin installed. And I just want you guys to see something here. Wait for that power draw to come up real quick. That's the temperature on the die. This is with a pretty fat overclock. That's the power. You see there? Peaked at 480 watts. The Steel Nomad test. Pretty beefy. Working on getting the highest score possible. I want to get higher than the seller for this card. And then Gare Bears over here playing Sea of Thieves on the 4080 Super, which that connector there drives him absolutely bonkers, and I can't say I blame him. What kind of FPS you getting?
I took it down to 200% instead of 250.
I mean, shit, that's still pretty good.